Hi guys, Vechs here. Welcome back to some more Minecraft mapping. Well, I figured out what was up based on your comments. Uh, Y'all remember last time I worked on this, I was having some issues with the air blocks here. And if we look right here where my cursor is, this is air with data value 0, 0. Well, check this out. Uh-oh, data value 11, it's weird air. Okay, and that's why I was having trouble trying to replace it, because if you look at the varied replace brush, it's looking for uh, error 0, 0. So I bet if I did this and manually typed in error with a data value of 11 and then tried to replace this up here, it's not going to replace until I get down to the glitched. There it goes. So MCEdit was working perfectly fine. It was just something weird going on with the air blocks. So we can fix that. We're just gonna grab all the area here, and I'm gonna select it, and we're gonna replace, and we are going to replace. We're gonna look for air of any subtype. Uh, yeah, any data value air with plain old normal air. And this might take a while, so time skip. And we're back. Okay, let's see. Nah. Did it get fix? Is fix? Fix. Air, air 0, air 0. Oh, look at that. The derpy air is gone. And it appears that air 0. Okay. Okay, yeah. Alright, well, hopefully that problem is fixed now. We can continue work on. Now let's see here. I'd like us to assault a fortress. Now, it's not going to be getting the wool out of it. There won't be any wool in this. I'm kind of thinking I'd like there to be some sort of a um, pylon or um, some kind of floating crystally looking thing with spawners in it and TNT. And basically, the objective is to blow that up. It's and then we win the map. That's basically the objective of this map. So it's kind of like attack the dungeon, maybe. I was gonna name this series of maps that I make for other Minecrackers and other people, Attack on Vechs. Zigzag decided. Anyway, uh, but I still don't. I don't know. Did I decide a name for it? I don't even remember yet. But anyway, let's try sculpting some stuff out here. Let's fill. We want to fill the air. No, we want to replace. And we want a square. Yep. We're going to find that air. I guess I could have just clicked that, huh? And we'll be using stone brick as the base block again. Stone brick is really, I'm a big fan of stone brick for making castles. Looks great. So how do we want to roll this? I'd like there to be like guard towers. Um, I'd like there to be what kind of gameplay? What kind of gameplay do I want to have here? Because we got to think about the gameplay first. Uh, I'd kind of like us to fight from tower to tower on the way up to this castle. So we go up. So like the first one could be lower to the ground, maybe like right here. That would be kind of cool, I think. So just put one like right there. Um, and definitely want them to be a little bit bigger. So I can make it bigger now. too big. So jumping from tower to tower, coming up in here. Now this is going to be shielded with no health regen. So I can't go completely nuts. I have to remember that getting hit is a big deal, and I can't go completely, crazy with the monsters. But at the same time, I don't want it to be too easy. I mean, it is supposed to be pretty hard. So we'll have to see about how the balance plays out. I may have to play test it by myself and just see how it goes. So I'd like a platform here. I guess that size is good. And another platform here. So basically, this this linear path up here. I think would look pretty cool. And we need to finally make this higher up. So let's see. And we'll put the next tower maybe here. And each time I'd like the height to increase slightly as you come up this. All right. And then here will be the we'll be pretty close to entering the castle proper. Yeah, maybe the castle entrance to be right about here. I think this will be kind of cool. Okay. And then the castle will be there. Okay. Now you're going to make the platforms. So quick fill with that block right there. And we'll also need to come in and add decoration and walls and other little bits here and there. But the first thing is to figure out the flow of the area. And everything out after that is just kind of window dressing. Okay. People have told me that they've played other CTM maps, but my maps are special to them because they have this certain quality about them. And I've received many messages like this over the years. And I think it's because I pay, like, my first priority is gameplay. Whereas other people might start with the environment or just making something that looks cool to look at. And I've said this before, like, people build more impressive builds than me all the time. I'm just, I don't think I'm anything special as far as building stuff, as far as like buildings and castles or whatever. But builds are cool to see in videos, and they're cool to look at in the game. But once you get down to it, we're not really making a build here. We're making a game. Minecraft is a set of rules, and from that, we're making our own game here. And the game's got to have gameplay, and it needs to... Is that hanging off the... I'm going to be particular about that. So Minecraft is a set of rules. It's a system. And Minecraft itself is a game, I guess? I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's a computer game. But is it... What am I trying to say here? Is there a game there? Or is it just like Minecraft is computer software, and you can win the game. There's an ending. There's a credit screen. You beat the Ender Dragon. So okay, yeah, it's a game. I think you could make a pretty strong argument that before the Ender Dragon was put in, uh, Minecraft was, well, no, yeah, you could argue that the objective of the game was to survive, and as long as you were surviving and alive, then you were winning the game. But there was no end to it. And there was a score system in place that I don't think anyone ever cared about. Uh, so I guess it's kind of like one of those old arcade games where you just play as long as you can and rack up the highest score until you die. So yeah, okay, yeah, it's a game. But to me personally, it didn't really feel like one. It was a sandbox, and I still think of Minecraft not so much as a game, but as a sandbox, as a set of rules, a set of related systems from which you can actually make a game yourself. In this case, poke this Paul. The players will start at that starting area. They'll run this course of obstacles and monsters, and they're going to get to this castle that's going to be about right in here-ish, right there. And there's going to be something in the castle, a final encounter area, and we'll blow it up, and it'll go boom, and maybe we'll even, I'll put it on a timer, so like we activate it and then try to run, and then if we can make it out, bonus points to us making it alive, like blow up the castle and run off. I think that's pretty cool. Okay. So yeah, I think it's it's a system of mechanics, like a sandbox. All right. So what do I want to do here? Well, let's go find my stairs. Good old stone brick stairs. Rotate seems to be working again. Cool. I always like it when things work. Import. I probably should have copied that now that I think about it. Oh well. I can copy it here. Grab a copy of that. I'll put that there. Suppose I will leave this 2 blocks high here. Oh, that's gonna be, oh man, that's gonna be rough. Huh? Gonna be fun though. Trying to get up this shenanigans right here. Grab some more stairs here, and we'll just move it right on up. Oh yeah. Okay. And it'll cut off here. Right here, I think. Right? Did I hit that right? Is that correct? Yeah, that's correct. And so we have, is there anything hovering here that looks like it should not be? Yeah, probably this bit right here. Fill that in. There we go. So now we have this nice little block of stairs here. Ah, man. You know what this kind of reminds me of? A very nostalgic feeling is making little. I had these large Lego style blocks, but they were much larger than Legos. Like the smallest one was about the size of, I don't know, maybe your fist. But they were great for building little block forts, roughly the size of action figures, suitable for, I'd make the little Lego fort and play with my action figures. That's what this kind of feels like. I feel like I'm making like little block forts here, and I'm gonna put little monsters in it, and we're gonna go fight. Is that all it is? Is this just a high-tech version of kids playing with forts and action figures? Is that what? That's kind of what it feels like to me. It's not just. That's not such a bad thing though. That actually sounds kind of nice. All right. Well, I think I'll continue making some stairs here off camera because I'm going to repeat the same process, and I'll check back with you guys uh, in a little bit. Skadoosh! Alright, I made a bunch of pathways interconnecting all the towers. That actually took a while. Making buildings and cutting out all the facets in the buildings and stuff is more time consuming than using just brushes and terrain. But I feel it's a nice contrast to the very natural terrain. You got these towers sticking out here, very hard right angles contrasting to the rolling, gently rolling terrain here. So this one here, this tower here is actually kind of special, but I'm not going to show you guys what's in there. You'll just have to wonder and discover what's in there when Paul and I run this map. There is, however, a iron bar patio kind of thing right there. That actually is on ground level. Now that serves a purpose for gameplay, is basically to serve as a halfway checkpoint that if you get there and you fall off, you don't have to start from the very beginning of this area and run all the way back. You can just come up here and start from the halfway point, just in case you get knocked off. I felt that was, I want it to be hard, but I don't want it to be needlessly aggravating for a minor slip up of, falling off this. So we have our interconnected pathways. They're up in the air. They're very vulnerable. Generally, I wanted them to be about 2 blocks wide. There will be enemies, maybe ghasts and skeletons here, firing at us as we navigate this gauntlet of pathways and raised towers. This looks great. I'm really happy with how this turned out, and I think towards the end of this, all that's left structurally to do before we get into decorating and balancing, because that's the final thing. Because once I actually make this final castle, we'll have to get into playtesting and decorating and tweaking and making like slight adjustments. But the map will structurally be mostly done at that point. But now we just have to make an impressive looking castle type place here, or final area. But you know what? That's all the time I have today. I'll see y'all next time, and we'll get to work on that castle. Until then, as always, thanks for joining me, and take it easy.